Alrighty, sorry for the delay. We have Alpha Racing League's tier number 3, round 7 here at Hungary. I am joined by Mr. FRA LMG, otherwise known
Hello.
as Lewis.
Yes. What's your name?
Axe. My name is Axe,
Oh.
if you guys didn't know that already.
Your real life name is Axe. Fair enough.
Yeah, totally. It's on the birth certificate. So, last weekend out in Tier 3 we had France with a reserve coming in from Tier 4 and stealing the victory. That was Tom Katori. He sits P6 right now in that Red Bull. He's been promoted to a full-time spot in that Red Bull seat in Tier 3 after that performance last weekend. So, he's looking to maybe try and go back-to-back, sitting in a decent spot at the moment. 14-0 is your pole time at the moment by Callum, Kyogre, Surfy in P3. I'm not sure if you watched last week or how much you know of it, but if you did you have anything to say about it?
What race?
Last week's at France.
France. I think it was just another clean race from Tier 3. I didn't see it, no. Actually, I hosted it. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I can remember Tom Katori won on his debut. He was a Tier 3 reserve at the time. He's now moved up to full seat Tier 3, I think.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, yeah. I think it was a pretty good race. Yeah, Arthur was third, I think. Ondor was second. And yeah, hopefully we get another good race here in Hungary.
Yeah, hopefully. The racing in Tier 3 has been quite good recently. Not too many big incidents and accidents. Hungary's a more technical track, and it's sometimes called Monaco without the walls, so hopefully we won't see too many big crashes today, but I would not be surprised if we see a couple more retirements just due to errors just on the racetrack today.
Yeah, I mean, especially if there's rain as well, because it is Hungary, it could rain very easily. That could make an interesting race.
Yeah, we'll see how the weather shapes up today. There's a lot of tricky corners, even just in the dry. You got the high-speed kink after the end of Sector 1. That would be turn number 4 or 5, I think. The one the Renault is going through right now of Raptor. He just finished it. And then the turn right after that, that inside curve, if you touch it a little too much, your car just auto spins out. And that causes some overcorrects into the wall on the outside as well. And then you have Sector 2, a lot of mid-speed corners, very difficult to follow through here, which is why overtaking does get a bit difficult around here. And then you have it flows into the high-speed right-hander that Raptor and the Haas just went through, into the slower snail-sectioned turn 3 with the two hairpins back-to-back on straight into the double DRS zones of turns 1 and 3. So, very technical racetrack. It's a shorter lap time, only about a minute and 14, minute 13 in quali. Who are you expecting for pole position? What time do you think they're going to get down to here? Just final run starting up in a couple minutes here.
I reckon someone could do a 13.6, 13.7, somewhere about that.
Okay. Yeah, I was expecting. Yeah, I was expecting a 13.7, 13.8, somewhere around there. 14.0 at the moment, held by Callum. Not sure how much he likes this race track. Raptors took the session. You can try and get him back in before quali ends. Callum showing what he could have done in Hungary, or sorry, not Hungary, Zandvoort, a couple weeks ago, where he absolutely bottled quali, basically. Had to start at the back, was able to climb his way back up towards the top steps, and now he's proving he does have that qualifying pace. It wasn't just a regular appearance that we've seen. So He's back up towards the front. Kyogre, another strong qualifying. He's had a couple of those so far this season. And Surfy, a surprising P3 with MNK Boy, the reserve, showing off in 4th place. So, some good names here at the top. We've got Leclerc on some soft compound tires in P16.
I'm just gonna say
Serving
something.
the Haas guys.
I can say something about Surf. I remember in France he qualified second, I think, so he's shown that he's actually quite good in qualifying. But off the line, something happened with his clutch, he just didn't go. So it'll be interesting to see how he does this time. He had some new glitch or something like that. So he could be getting the podium.
Yeah, we'll see if he can have the race pace. He hasn't, he's been up there the past couple of weeks, but he just hasn't had the result to show for it, unfortunately. So, hopefully he can convert that today for the Alfa Romeo squad. Him and Dylan Boy looking set right now, 3rd and 6th place. So very good for them, that team. On board Callum into the Sector 2 chicane. Tricky to get right, especially on a controller. He does manage to do it pretty well here.
Ooh, Surfy's 4 tenths up on his lap.
Surfy 4 tenths up.
Ending
Ending his lap now.
13-7.
We'll see. Looks like he's a little loose in the middle of the corner, but he's flowed it nicely. To the line, 13.8.
13s now.
Very good qualifying lap from Surfy to put it on provision for just
And I'm
a
right
minute.
behind him on the lap.
Callum does not improve. And Ty's finishing a lap. He'll be the next one. Currently P5. Not sure how far up he is. And to the line, Ty's improves by a 10th and just a little bit. Puts himself right behind his teammate Kyogre in 4th now.
Yeah, Kygo's just about across the line, time for a lap, and he's in 3rd right now. So he could try and challenge Surfy per pole here. See what his lap is like.
Hissy to the line, only 12th. And the next will be a McLaren. That'll be Rundle through the final corner. Where will this put him? It'll put him up to 4th. 14.3, improving 2 tenths. Very close between this top 10 here.
Yeah, it is.
Tom Katori does not improve. Out of nowhere. That's GSR Deluxe now on the Vapor Esports team. Vapor JS to the top with a 13.8.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
He was all the way down in 19th beforehand. He's absolutely pulled that one out of the bag. Kyogre hasn't his lap, and Ty's also invalidated. I think that is it.
Yeah. Just, yeah, everyone's retired now apart from Surfy. As mentioned, I'm not on spectator mode, so I'm going to need to retire in the pits at the end of lap 1.
So just watch out for TJ Boy, because he's going to be starting on the,
Yeah.
the back row with you.
Out of the way.
Very interesting. Almost a one-shot quality attempt from JS to put it top of the board. 13.819.
Wait, I think he did have a one-shot quali. Pretty sure he did actually have a one-shot. Would check.
And he's not sure if he
Yeah, he did.
or if he
He had the
okay,
one-shot and did it
then
right at the end.
That's a bit controversial. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that. Regardless, he's at the top for now. We'll see what happens. If that's allowed or not. But as for field spread, it's about a 10th gap to second, half a 10th between him and Surfy, and then a second all the way down to 12th place. So pretty close here. As someone said, an 8-minute 32-second lap time at the bottom there.
Wow.
Very rapid. I don't think that was rapid though, so that joke might not work out. But yeah, we'll see if that's a problem. I think it might be.
Raptor needs another invite.
Okay.
So on board with me in P19, Jeff tells me that the best strategy is a medium hard. It's about the end of lap 16. I'll try not to
Yeah,
spin.
so yeah, could see even three strategies here today. The traditional top 10 strategy is a soft to hard, pit around laps 6 to 8, somewhere around there. And then the guys outside the top 10, they'll usually start on the mediums or the hard compound tires and do the easier one stop. So, we could also see a two-stop strategy come into play, but with the limited overtaking around here, it's a lot more difficult to pull off than like a Bahrain or a China two-stop that you see commonly. Let's go over some ones to watch as you lap the do the formation lap here at the back. You could pick two, and I'll pick two because there's shorter lap time. So if you want to go first and choose two people.
Yep, I'll have to go on race direct here. So,
Sure.
I think, yeah, Surfy, he's proven he's actually very consistent, and he's starting on the front row. If he gets a good launch, he could lead and hold position. And, I'll go with Arthur down in 12th, starting on mediums. If there's a lucky safety car time, or he just gets a huge overcut, he could be up there. So yeah, Surfy and Arthur for me.
Those are good ones. I'm gonna go with the guy in third. I'll go with Callum. Behind Surfy. I don't think he got the best of final runs in there. I think he made a mistake on that final one. He was half a tenth down. So I think he's got a little more than that, and he's always good in the race. I'm expecting him to put pressure on those top two. And I'll also go with one outside the top 10. I'll go with Communist down in 16th. Only one starting on the hards. So he's going to be on a little strategy offset compared to the whole entire field. We'll see how that works out for him. If he does get a lucky safety car, that would be great for his race. And yeah, hovercut here, it's not too bad, especially because of the traffic that tends to happen around here. One lane track most of the way. So I think if he gets lucky, could be a very good day for him, starting down in 16th. So cars lining up now, and
Yep.
co-commentator also lining up.
Yep, I've just been taken over by the game, so we'll be starting soon.
Unfortunately for you, one of your favorites, Mr. Arthur, is retiring after lap 1 because he did a two-shot qualifying. So he won't be. He's gonna just take off the pain, I think, from this one.
Oh, and someone
5 red lights.
Have both done a jump through, it seems. No, that's
Holster's already retired from the race.
Oh.
In front of the
quite a
field.
few people off, yeah.
Callum takes the race lead. Surfy did not get off to a good start. I don't know if he's in this session.
It's missing for people through.
Does not look like it. Does not look like it if you can try and get him in.
Yeah, Arthur's decided to try and overtake me when I'm trying to get him through. Alright, yeah, Right,
just trying to cause as little chaos as possible. I'm trying to figure this all out. It's been a good start for LSJ Rundle and Callum up to the top 2. And Ty is up to 3rd as well, overtaking his teammate Kyogre. And Surfy did not get off to good starts. I am assuming that is because of Vapor JS retiring right in front of the entire field on track. That might be penalized. We'll see about that later. Yeah, a good start for a couple of the guys I'm assuming started on the inside line. A couple penalties already, Communist and Leclerc. Those are 5. No, these are drive-throughs actually for jumping the lights. So they'll have to be coming in, and they both do this time by. So
I've also pitted. Sorry.
Arthur speeds into the pit lane. I think he is done for the day as well. Yep. So it's been an interesting start to say the least.
Rundle's up into
Ryan on
second.
board. Yeah, Rundle's had an amazing start all the way from 5th place up to 3rd now. Or sorry, 2nd. And yeah, it's been a very interesting start just because Surfy's down the order now as well. He still hasn't gotten back into session. And the retirement of JS off the line
That was weird.
caused a little bit of havoc.
I know he ignored his one shot, but he just retired off the line in front of everyone, so that may be penalised in some way.
Yeah, we'll see. It's definitely interesting, to say the least. Callum's trying to stretch out the gap. He's got it over a second to Rundle, so he's looking to take a very early advantage in this race. DRS enabled on this lap, not into turn number 3 here. See if Rundle's able to claw back into DRS, but Callum, he has the ERS advantage as well, so it's looking very good for the Racing Point out front. And towards the midfield, Black Draw has a bit of a train behind him. 1.3 seconds is the gap to MNK Boy ahead of him, so we'll see if anyone's going to try and capitalize on that gap. Surfy joins back. Hopefully he can get back in a car before too much damage is done to his race. He might need a extra safety car or VSC to try and get him back into this one, unfortunately.
Yeah, Rundle's lost DRS already, and he's used a lot of overtake compared with Callum, so this is his race already, basically. There's nice
Callum's done a very good job. Rundle's got 2 behind him, and then 5th on basically all the way back to about 12th in the train. Dylan Boy gonna look for the move on Black Draw. The 2 Americans go duel it out into turn 1. Around the outside, can he make it work? No. As ties go down the inside of Rundle just ahead, and he'll get the move done into the hairpin. Very good move. I don't know if there was too much contact, didn't see it from the camera angle, but he'll move himself into second, see if he can chase down Callum and get back into that DRS. Now Rundle under pressure as well from MNK Boy. It just keeps coming.
My intervals are completely broken, so I don't know who's where, but there's a spin. Rapid Extreme has spun in sector 2. He got damage.
He's lost the car, and
very understeery. Yeah, he has left. Half of his left wing is gone. He'll probably pit. Hard can go to the end, I think, from here. Could try that.
Hards can, if he can conserve a bit of tire wear, it should be alright. Ties has actually gotten himself back into DRS. Rundle has been now passed by MNK Boy into turn 1. MNK Boy is not in the DRS of Ties. So Ties has somewhere. I was going to say Ties has a lot of pace, but look at the ERS difference between those top 3 at the moment.
Yeah.
Ties down at 30% already, but he does crucially have the DRS of Callum for the time being, so he'll be able to push hard.
That could be a good battle.
Could be if he can save up the battery just a bit. It is a difficult battery to save around here. Once you get down below about 20%, it never recharges unless you hit. So spinner at turn 1, I think that is rapid again.
As he leaves the pits on soft as well. Yeah, not going off
not his day. Black Draws stretched out a gap. Dylan Boy is struggling a little bit now on these tires. TJ Boy
Fastest lap and leaves the
the
session.
fastest lap and leaves, so I guess that's okay. Kyogre trying to get a move on to Dylan Boy. Doesn't look like anything's going to be happening though. Dylan Boy does not have much ERS as well, under that 20% barrier that I said. And he's just got to make sure he sticks with Black Draw here as best he possibly can.
A bit further back in that train, Blue Goggy, his mediums are starting to come alive. He's in 9th and right on the back of these soft runners, and there's a lot of overtake. He could be starting to push Tom Katori.
Yeah, the top two are mediums. Very good right now. Ugagi and Mr. Riles, they're looking very set for this race and that overcut strategy on those mediums. Once these soft runners start to pit in these, probably starting this lap and going on to the next 2 or 3, yeah, they'll be able to overcut them because they'll have technically faster tires. Even though they'll be a little bit more worn out than the hards won't kick in. Callum stays out.
None of the top guys pit, which is interesting because Blue Goggy's last lap
is
actually as quick as the leader, so the mediums are already as quick as the softs.
Yeah, soft start to overheat pretty quickly around here. Well, Kyogre's the first one to dive it in. He'll be, we'll see what he decides to pit for.
Hard tires, I'm assuming, yeah, hards.
Yes, it'll be hards.
This will be an undercut attempt.
Ties has actually gotten by Callum. I didn't even, like, that didn't even phase for me. So Ties takes over the race lead.
Rundle's really dropped off. 2.5 seconds
struggling
behind the leading train.
I'm wondering if he doesn't have his tire pressure set all the way to the minimum.
If he doesn't, that
could be a problem. Could just be struggling with the overheating, and I don't know. Driving style around here is it does take a toll on some of the tires.
Raps has had a spin. Oh, he was one of the higher up medium runners. He's gone for a spin.
He was a bit far off the train, but he'll be on the back of Kyogre now, who has already made a pit stop.
Ty still doesn't
again.
Wow.
Ties, Callum, MNK Boy, all electing to stay out. Rundle does. Dylan Boy, Tom Katori. Releases those guys on the mediums now to chase after the top guys here. Callum back down the inside. Or sorry, defend from MNK Boy for P2. He's going to hold him off. But how about Ties? Already 1.3 up the road from Callum. He's really stretching out.
Raps had another spin again. I thought that was going to be a safety car. That would have helped out the leaders a lot.
It would have screwed over those guys in the mediums that we've been talking about, like Bulgogi and Riles, and even Hissy still in the mix. Goggy's putting pressure on Black Draw. Black Draw is falling off the leader's pace just a slight amount. He's just over 3 seconds back. Ties has pulled out almost a 2-second gap now to Callum. Callum's starting to struggle with the tires. I know the first and third place are on a wheel and Callum is on a pad, so I think that tire wear and the tire temps are definitely going to be hurting him just a bit more than those other two.
Yeah, here goes Ties now pits. Callum does as well. MNK Boy stays out.
MNK gonna try and overcut this one. Does he have the battery? Yeah, he's got 100%. He could potentially overcut.
That is true.
Yeah, he's gonna burn it all on this lap. Hopefully try and overcut Callum if he can. Ties Callum Black Draw, Surfy pits. That'll leave MNK and Rapid Extreme the only two on softs. MNK the only one yet to pit who is on softs. So all into hards for them, all of them attempting the one-stop strategy. They should be able to make it perfectly fine.
Oh, it's going to be close on the pit exit with Callum and Kyogre, all they're side by side.
Callum side by side with Leclerc, using a bit of battery to the outside, and he'll get that done. Leclerc on the mediums from the start of the race, so he should be able to keep up decently well. Kyogre trying to look for a move, nothing really doing into the fast left-hander. Difficult to get alongside on that miniature straight.
This whole pit period has been great for Tyres and Callum because Leclerc on his oldish mediums, he's going to hold the hard runners behind him up. And Tyres is in front of Communist, who's going to hold up Callum. So that'll be really helpful for
once his
net leaders.
Once his tires start to go off, next 3-ish, 4-ish laps, Kyogre's going to be struggling to find a way through. And so is, look how many people behind him on 0-lap old hards. They've all just come out of the pit lane and looking to go. Actually, Leclerc dives it into the pits now.
Wow. That was early.
So a medium runner
MK boy still
hits
not
before
pitted. Yeah.
MK attempting a very bold overcut here.
Could he be trying
Communist could try it. Would be very bold strategy. Callum has gotten by Communist, putting another car between him and Kyogre. Kyogre's put himself into a net P3 if MNK Boy's overcut does not work. We have a spinner.
Just Dylan Boy.
Dylan Boy gonna join Surfy almost together there. Couple 3 seconds for Tom and Black to Raw. Penalties around here, they're somewhat easy to get.
Yeah. Turn 6, that fast left-hander in Sector 2. That's an easy place.
Yes.
The second K-Boy finally pits.
So MNK Boy, we'll see where he files out.
On those mediums, so yeah, really died.
He's gonna be hoping to slot himself around that pink dot of Callum, going through the Sector 3.
It's a very
he
tight
wants to try and get ahead of Communist.
Yeah.
So if he can get ahead of Communist, that would be absolutely ideal. Yellow flag, that is... I think that's Raptor.
Okay, where is MK gonna come out? Arjun's a side-by-side down the straight, and he's gonna be right in that mix.
He's gonna come up behind.
So
fresher tires. Kyogre trying to go around the outside of Communist, a little bit of contact there. Just ahead.
Does get through, but he has less than 10% of overtake already. It's 2 McLarens making good contact.
Does have the track position. Communist, I would assume, is gonna let Rundle by.
I'd hope so, yeah.
In the next lap. Very wide. Rundle might take the opportunity now to go up the inside, and I think that's a bit of team play.
Scared for a sec.
Good for McLaren. Put themselves. Rundle just trying to stick with Kyogre. Hopefully he has more luck on these hards than he did on the soft tires, because he was really struggling. How about side by side through the middle sector? Black Draw and Tom Katori. Black Draw did not turn in time. Tom, I think, turned in a little early, and they just made contact. The 2 Alfa Romeos in this little DRS train in 11th place. So everybody who has a little half spin seems to be coming out right next to each other here.
Communist just has the DRS still, but yeah, MNK's burning overtake, trying to get through. Forced to the outside.
Outside, he'll have DRS on the second straight, but so will Communist.
Ball banging. Yeah, Communist defends.
Communist defends as well. MNK cannot dive it late enough on their brakes. He'll have to settle behind the second McLaren, helping Rundle out as well, creating that gap behind him so he doesn't have too much pressure.
Ty's got a huge lead now. 3 seconds.
3 seconds. He's absolutely flying today.
Yeah.
I don't know what he ate for breakfast, but it's working.
Maybe some Silent X energy.
Silent X energy drink. No, we're not sponsored, but up a man out.
Like warnings. Ty's has 2 warnings actually.
Okay, has 1. Maybe that's why he's pushing so hard. He's got to create that gap.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone has 2 warnings already.
Yeah, like there's a couple high-speed corners where the curb isn't very like prominent, so you can just fly over them with 2. If you're not careful enough, basically.
Yeah.
last season I think I got 9 seconds of penalties here.
Oof.
So that was very fun.
Communist is still ahead of MNK boy. Really can't get through.
He still hasn't gotten by. Dylan Boy got past Black Raw down the main straight, I believe.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag.
That's Tom Katori.
Tom
Here it is.
Katori.
He's
also going to join the mini train.
The train is now
behind
4 drivers. Oh. HTV Tides have got past
battle.
Hissy through the middle sector. Interesting place.
He's got a nice gap. I'm not sure if Hissy made a mistake because he's already lost a second.
Yeah.
Ties. He's gonna have a Renault that would be a lap car of TJ Boy, not in the session, and then Callum just over a second behind. If Callum could snag DRS off Hissy here, that would be crucial. And I think he will. Hissy does box, so right about now you should see some medium guys pitting. Callum did not get DRS actually, so this is unfortunate for him.
Kyogre in 5th did get DRS off of a disconnected car. That helped him.
Hissy's gonna come out right behind the mini train.
Ooh,
So these guys still in the points. Could be very interesting if more people join this train, especially some of the medium runners. If they come out ahead of them, that would be better for their race, obviously. But that's going to be for fringe points, that small DRS train, so they're not out of it just yet.
Especially Blue Gogi, he's in such a good position. He has a good amount of overtake. He's out of DRS. He's got good medium still.
Yeah, he's done very well.
He could be a good factor in this race.
Yeah, Blue Gogi is definitely in an amazing position. This is probably one of the best races I've seen him drive in quite a while. He's definitely improved as a driver since he's started league racing. I think everybody can agree that much. And out front at the moment on the alternate strategy, looking pretty good for some good points today, if he can keep it clean.
The top 4, well, the next top 4 have spread out a bit now. No one has DRS in each other. Only just Dylan Boy and Blackhead Raw in the little half spin train have DRS.
Yeah, it's our only train at the moment. We've got Communist, he's in front of a lap car, so not anything there. It's kind of just spaced out, running their own races at the moment, trying not to get penalties. That's going to be the main thing, because they're all still within striking distance of each other if penalties start to play into the factor. We'll see how that all shapes out towards the end of this race. Communist, as I say that, picks up a 3 through the fast left and getting a sector 2. Not much happening until we're gonna get a little more action. I would think when Gagi and Riles decide to pit. See it, Gagi on cue.
There we go.
Decides to dive it, and so
Hopefully
does
this
Riles.
pit.
So lap 15 is their scheduled stop. We'll see if it doesn't look like any hold has happened. Gagi's gotten out perfectly fine. Riles all good as well. We'll see where they filter out onto the racetrack here.
So they'll have some clean air.
MNK. Yeah, it's gonna be ahead of that mini train. Quite a way ahead. They'll be just by Communist.
Yeah, crucially, Blue Gogi's in front, but Riles is behind, so that'll help Gogi a lot.
Yeah, Communist gonna stick out another 3, 4, 5 laps, I would say.
Goes wide, but
Communist, yeah. He's gonna. If Riles can't get by him, then that's gonna be Blue Gogi. It's gonna be a good advantage for him. Gagi also has about 100% ERS here, so he's gonna be able to charge on these fresher tires towards the front 4.
Yeah, he's only got 3
himself.
seconds to MNK boy, and he's in that lead area pretty much. That's a really good overcut by Gogi.
And 3 seconds for MNK boy down in 5th place. So Gagi in a very good spot, put himself into P6. That overcut has really worked on those medium tires. They saved them well, able to just stay in that DRS train to start, and now they've they put themselves in a good position now to strike towards the end of this Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Kyogre on the back of Callum as well.
Just the lead train, Kyogre, yeah, he has got on the back of Callum now, and Kyogre has pretty much no overtake, so these two are going to probably drain and just help Tyres even more in the lead. If Tyres can avoid the penalty, this is pretty much his race now.
Yeah, I think the only really challenge would be either his teammate Kyogre or Bulgogi down in 6th if a safety car comes out as well.
Yeah.
Could be very interesting to see if anyone decides to pit, because mediums can make it to the end from about now.
Oh wow, yeah. Tom gets
So
another penalty. Yeah, Bulgogi's already
Tom
lapping faster than the leading pack, so he could catch up pretty soon.
Yeah, with the less fuel in the car and the fresher tires, he's gonna have a lot more energy in his laps. You have a yellow flag at the back, that's Leclerc. Reserving for the Haas. Looks like he's lost it. Beginning sector 2, excuse me. Yeah, Goggy's technically already P5 because of MEK Boy's penalty. As Riles looks to get by Communist here on the main straight, both deploying a lot of overtake. Riles not giving up though to the outside. He's gonna have a lot more braking prowess. Communist does a good job defending again.
Yeah.
Yeah, still clean, and Riles I think is gonna finally get through. And yeah, he's gonna be able to. Communist, he's been pretty good defending all day, not caused too many issues, but he's just been
the ultimate strategy, yeah. See when he eventually pits.
When he pits, he's gonna come up behind that mini train.
Looks like
DNF in the pits.
Oh, that's gonna be
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I was thinking.
Been pretty clean so far. There's been no crashes really at all.
Yeah, well, a couple pieces of contact.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said at the beginning, it's been a lot of just unforced errors with driving mistakes. We've seen a couple half spins today.
Yeah.
Which is.
Kyogre's really close to Callum now. He's trending on his overtake again.
3%, 2%, 1%.
Doesn't go for a dive.
To the outside, no. Does he get the exit? Not really. He's gonna stick behind, I think,
so
unless
close,
he elects. Nah. He's playing a lot more than last week, that's for sure. Last week he had some issues getting through the field. So, obviously he doesn't have the battery, but he's still got a front lane, so he'll be able to keep on pressuring Callum into hope. For his hope, it would be either a 3-second penalty or some kind of mistake from Callum into an overtaking zone. So
yeah,
monitor this because it's really the only battle on track besides the battle for 9th at the moment between Electro and Surfy.
That's the half spin train.
Yeah.
There's an end plate in the grass in sector 2. Someone's got damage. Couldn't tell whose it was, no.
I was gonna say, can you get a color on it or anything? It was just like sunny.
Yeah, I'll go on with
Callum's gone deep.
See. Oh. Lost corner.
Callum's not using overtake, but because of how little battery Kyogre has, it's difficult for him to get alongside. He does into the braking zone. Side by side now, I think Callum stayed ahead as he has.
Ooh, so close to those front two. The end plate's just gone, I can't see who has it now. But yeah, just has got damage somewhere, just don't know who it is.
We'll be able to tell if someone starts. I think it might actually have been Dylan Boy then, because he's at the pit lane.
Yeah.
An unscheduled pit stop. So he might have tagged the back of his teammate on. Probably his teammate, I think.
Yeah, Surfy's right on the back of Blackhead Raw on Oh, they're both on 10 lap old hard, so they've both done a medium hard. And just not getting close to the front train like Blue Goggy was. He's lost touch with MNK Boy now. 4.4 seconds behind, that's gone up by about a second.
Yeah. MNK Boy's pushed though. He's
Oh yeah, the gap to
Bugatti's,
Rundle's gone down.
Yeah, I think Goggy's like maintained that gap to the top 4, but then MNK Boy's pushed up a second to when we last.
MNK Boy, yeah, he's just done a personal best of an 18.7. Rundle and Blue Goggy both in a 19.3.
Surfy to the inside of Black Raw for P9. That is an easy move to the inside. Hopefully he doesn't overshoot. Too bad. And it's kind of did. Black Raw to the outside. Will he be able to hold it?
Tries, but no, Surfy defends. Keeps position.
The camber of that corner just doesn't help out the outside guy. Surfy gets himself up to 9th. We'll see if he's able to close up to the next car. He'd be looking to pass would be Riles in P7 because Kamius is still yet to pit. I think at this point, Kamius is hoping for a safety car to come out. I think he's just trying to go as long as possible.
Yeah, because he would pit for mediums right about now. If a safety car did come out, yeah, that would be perfect to win the points.
Yeah, VSC or a safety car would bail him out pretty well, and then you'd be able to get back into the points. Surfy picking the 3-second penalty. So he puts himself even with Black Raw.
Still close on DRS. Rundle's gaining on 2nd and 3rd, and MNK Boys gaining on all 3 of them. So you could have a 4-way battle soon.
Yeah, we could see for 2nd place. Ties is shut out
far
into the distance. Rapid Extreme on track.
Is that going to be a virtual safety car or safety car? It's a full safety car. Perfect for
Communist is in the money.
There you go.
This is Communist and Dylan Boy as well are the fresh media. So, will we see anyone elect to pit? Wouldn't be surprised to see one of the top 5 people try and do something different because the last time we were at Hungary, for tier 1 at least, we had that late safety car, if you remember it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And a couple guys pit for softs and they were able to fly through the field on.
I think I stayed out.
Guys on the old hards.
Touch they spun on the restart. I do remember that.
I remember that one. But yeah, not exactly as late because I think that was like lap 29 or 30 or something. Safety car. Who decides to pit? Ty's is gonna keep the track position.
I think it's going into the pits. Does Callum pit? No.
Callum. Yes, he does. Callum pits.
Oh, did he? Oh, wow.
Callum's made the late decision. He was on the curb, and he's decided
this is aggressive.
to
that
be
could
the
be
one
good.
going through. Goggy stays out. He's got the fresher hards anyway. So does Riles, and obviously Communist pits. Surfy does elect to stay out. Black Raw, interestingly, decides to come in as well. So Callum onto mediums. Everyone here should be going onto mediums, I would assume.
I don't know if Callum's made the right decision or not. He's down into 8th now.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do a lot of passing.
They are mediums, not soft, so they're not going to be hugely quicker. Communist comes out in 9th. Communist so only 1 place behind.
A lot of track
he was in 2nd originally, yeah.
So,
interesting
bottom
strategies.
8. Yeah, the 8th on back is on mediums, and then we've got top 7 on the hards. This will help out Goggy and Riles because the back of the people they were trying to catch.
Yeah.
And they're on the pressure hards by about 5-6 laps. So
anyone with a penalty is just not in a good place right now. So specifically, Evan Payboy, he's really hurt from this because he had 90% overtake and a penalty. So now that saved overtake's just gone to waste, and he has a penalty which will push him even further back.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see, because the mediums will have a pace advantage, but I'm not sure how much. Compared to the top guys, like Ty's, Kyogre, Rundle, they're on 14, 15 lap roll hards by this time. They're going to feel the effects of the wear. But the guys like M and Cable, who did that massive overcut from the softs, and then Goggy Riles, they're going to be tougher to pass because their hards are still in pretty good conditions. So it's a very interesting split because you got the slowest at the front, like tire-wise. Then you have in the middle, it's kind of the average paced, and then you'll have the quick mediums at the back. So this could cause a bit of chaos at the start of this. Hopefully it doesn't mean wings flying chaos. Hopefully we see some good battles for it. That's what I would rather see.
Safety car, I'm not really sure. It'll be in by the end of this lap, surely. Dylan Boy's gonna catch up.
Yeah, it should be. It's either this time or next. But it's gonna be about 10 to go, 11 to go regardless, so.
I don't think Callum's made the right decision to pit. I think people who stayed out were correct in doing that.
Yeah, I had mentioned the Tier 1 race. That was about 5 laps to go, restart, and we were on fresh softs compared to the people on about 20 lap old hards.
Yeah.
So that was a huge pace difference. That was about 2 seconds a lap. The mediums, they'll probably be about maybe a second a lap faster than the guys at the top. But Goggy and Riles in the middle really is what interests me because they won't be a second slower. They'll maybe only be half a second.
This is in this lap, yeah.
There you go. It'll be very difficult. So a Williams 1-2 with Rundle following behind. Somehow, some way we...
Wait, are you the Williams team leader?
Yes. Somehow, some way we always find a way to have Williams versus McLaren at the top, and I have no idea how.
You think you'll be happy if you see your drivers going side by side as HD Tyler's gone early?
I don't mind them racing it out, but they did have contact at France. I told them just try and be aware. So hopefully they're content with a 1-2. I don't know if Kyogre wants to go for the move or not. We'll see. Callum towards the back. Going on Surfy. Surfy's on the older hards. Yeah, Surfy's on the older hards, so that'll be an easy one. Communist gonna try and follow him through just after this. Callum already to the back of Riles now, but will Riles try and give this up? Callum can't get a move into the chicane. We'll have to circle back of Riles.
Yeah. MK was had a bad restart. He's 1.5 seconds behind already. He's still close to him.
And Goggy runs a little wide, but not wide enough. Callum to the inside of Riles.
Bit of a squeeze,
yeah, he's got it done.
So yeah, fair enough. Lucky Draw gets past Communist for 9th and 10th.
Black Draw trying to move back up. He's taking back his 9th place that he had beforehand. Callum's already to the back of Goggy, but Callum's used a lot of ERS. That'll be another problem for Callum because he's got to push.
Lakadraw's also got past Surfy. That's 2 overtakes in about 20 seconds from Lakadraw. Those mediums, he's also flying.
He's looking good as well.
Callum's already trying to get by Surfy. They were side by side.
Callum on Surfy, Blackdraw and Riles, nothing doing into Sector 2 here. Yeah, Blackdraw's 3.5 tenths up on his best lap at the moment. Surfy picks up a 3-second penalty. I think that is 6 seconds for him. So not ideal, especially hards.
Adam's all over Goggy. He's trying to go side by side every single corner. Just can't make a move.
Top 2 also very close as well. They've dropped a Rundle out of DRS, but they have used a lot more ERS. Callum, he was on 2 warnings before. I'm not sure if one was on collision. But
yeah, one must have been a collision because he's definitely got one there.
He's got to be one away from a warning now.
Position.
So he's gotten by Riles as well. Riles fighting it back down the inside.
3 laps from Blackdraw there.
Just great stuff. So yeah, he's following Callum through. Callum on Goggy.
Yeah, he's finally going to make it here, surely.
Surely he's
the
got the
brakes.
braking prowess.
Yep.
Yes, he does. And no match for Goggy, unfortunately. Now he's just got the top 4, so maybe Callum has made the right decision here. Maybe I think we doubted him a little bit too much to make the moves.
I mean,
But
I'm
he's done it
surprised he's
so
been
far.
able to do it, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was expecting Goggy to be able to put pressure on the top 4. So
He needs to get
it's not
past
been
M&K, Rondo and Kyogre to get back into his P2. There's 8 laps to do that, so it is actually possible. It'd be hard, but
it's very possible,
yeah.
especially if you look at the gaps, because M&K Boy and Rundle both don't have DRS, so if Callum gets right up to the back of them, which he should be able to do, he's going to have so much pace. He's going to be able to make easy moves into turn 1 and that turn 3 hairpin. It's going to be so easy for him to get right back to where he was.
Yeah. This overtake maybe Callum's a bit concerned though, because he burnt a lot trying to get through the others. M&K Boy's back in DRS with Rundle. It's even worse for Callum. He may have to just
Callum gets
wait
stuck.
and go for a move when he can.
Oh,
Never mind
black draw
spending
down the
now.
inside
Oh wow.
of Goggy. He's actually made that
Great
work.
overtaking place.
I don't know how he's made contact with Goggy mid-corner. Goggy has gotten passed by Riles as well. So Riles taking opportunity when it comes to him, and P7 for Riles. Technically P6 as Black Draw does have that penalty.
E3, 4 and 5
Again,
are very close now. Rundle's made a mistake.
Yeah, and then
somewhere, I think.
K-Boy on the back of Rundle as well, yeah. And Callum on the back of him, so this is going to be very interesting for this final podium spot. If Rundle holds him up enough to where Callum can't get by in time, it might be a Williams 1-2, barring any penalties.
Yeah, of course, because I'm pretty sure everyone's on 2 warnings now.
Yeah, it's all it's pressured now because it's going to be super close. Dylan Boy gets by Tom Katori for P11. That might be P10 depending on penalties. I'm not too sure how it's looking. But everyone on 0.3 or 6 seconds, I believe, no one over that mark.
Callum's going for it here, he's burning all his overtake. Never mind, he's turned it off early. His M&K's going for it on Rundle now.
He's turned it off because M&K Boy's going to go for the move. Callum's going to try and look for the move if he can get a switchback on one of them. M&K's wide. Rundle's pushed him wide. Callum to the inside. Callum for third. He's going to make it work. To the outside.
And Rundle defends. Wow, that's a great overtake.
Does he? Callum's got it back down the inside.
That was so smart by Callum.
Super smart.
Now he's got the 2 Williams to chase.
And now he's just got to chase down my guys here. So no bias, but I'm hoping Callum makes a mistake. Just joking. I love Callum, so I hope he has put up a good fight here. Yeah, he's proven us wrong. Really, he's absolutely smashed it on these mediums. Black Draw was the one challenging at the beginning, but he's kind of stalled out a little bit as now he gets to the back of M&K and Rundle. We'll see if maybe there would be a carbon copy of turn 1 again for Black Draw to make the same move.
Maybe, because M&K Boy has a lot of overtake compared with Rundle still. The Black Draw could just wait for them to go side by side again.
Now look how much grip he had through this final sector. This is where it really comes out.
Using overtake early again. He's going to go side by side with Rundle again in turn 1.
Yeah, he's going to go back to the outside. It's going to be the same exact thing. Does Rundle push him wide?
M&K
No,
learns
he stays
this
ahead.
time to go for a switchback, but that's what Black Draw, yeah.
The Black Draw, he's going to have Rundle under 10% battery there. You saw the red light flash. And Black Draw's going to take advantage all the way around the outside.
That was
P4. Wow. He's got it done. What a move from Black Draw, and he's put himself up to 4th. He does have the 3-second penalty, but he's got the track position. 5 laps to go, and he's got some time to make up. Callum onto the back of the Williams train for the lead, and Black Draw is going to be there in about a lap or two's time. So we're going to have a 4-car battle for this race win.
We've seen some great overtake Callum and Black Draw here.
Yeah, they've been outstanding. Really awesome to watch. Not a lot of questionable contact moves. It's been very good racing today.
Speaking of Callum, he has more overtake than both Williams, and he's on the back of them already.
That's very interesting. Yeah, so the Williams, they pushed very hard at the beginning of that safety car restart to break DRS to Rundle, but honestly, I think that's hurt them in the long run, because now Rundle and MNK Boy, because one of them didn't have DRS, they were under
MNK Boy
pressure
and
from
Rundle
Callum,
side by
so Callum
side
was able to
again.
get past. Rundle, MNK Boy, I think MNK Boy, he doesn't have it this time. He still has a lot more battery, so he's going to have a lot more goes here. But he does have that extra penalty compared to Rundle, so I think his best bet is trying to force Rundle into mistake here.
And Callum's got a penalty. There you go.
Whoa, Callum's got a penalty. Okay, so the top two guys on the mediums have to pull out a 3-second gap, so this move has just become a lot more crucial here. Tom Katori sets the fastest lap down in 13th on the softs. That shouldn't be beaten unless someone else boxes.
That's really hurt Callum there, because he had a chance to win this.
Yeah. We'll see if he has any appealable warnings, but I would doubt it. Very difficult to get them appealed unless you had contact with somebody. So Callum's, he's got to make a move stick now, because he's got to be able to pull out 3 seconds to at least one of the Williams to try and snag at least second place. Black Raw also has a penalty, so he's got to make some moves as well. It just became a lot more crucial.
Both Williams have less than 5% going into turn 1, so all of them are just burning it down straight to the fence. MNK would finally get to the inside line.
MNK to the inside of Rundle, and he's finally got it done. He's got more ERS and the DRS. We'll see if he's able to pull out the gap to Rundle.
Well, this fighting has meant that the two medium runners with penalties have got out of the 3 seconds of Rundle anyway.
Yeah, so they'll be 3rd and 4th. It just depends on if they can snag a second, or, well, if Black Rock can get by Callum, that'll be a P3 no matter what. So it's looking, unless we have some Williams controversy.
George trying to go side by sides.
Oof. Looks like a double podium for Williams at the moment, barring any tactics that I would not like to see as the team owner, but would be very good for the commentary at least.
Oh yeah, very enjoyable last few laps, as Blackhead draws closer to Callum than Callum is to the hard runners, so Callum seems to have, I mean, Blackhead draws more pace and more overtake.
Yeah, he's got a bit more overtake, not burning it right now. He's got 20%, whereas the other guys are running low on about 5-10%. Oh, he's made a mistake though, and he's gonna lose a lot of time.
Rundle and
just 3 to go.
Riles side by side.
Riles. So now is these guys, Bugagi and Riles, they're gonna be looking to get by Rundle as well. This is for all on track, no penalties between these 6th, 7th, and 8ths. So we've got the top 4 battle, and MNK Boy's got himself a nice gap.
16-9 this time.
Impressive stuff. Unfortunately for him, it won't be a point unless he could get into that top 10 somehow.
20 seconds to the top 10.
You never know. The old boy's got himself another penalty. We'll see. And he's actually around, so
yeah.
So I think that's a second spin for Dylan today. It's not been his, unfortunately.
Back on board leaders. All the front 3 all have within 2% ERS of each other. All of them 19, 20, or 21 as they went into the last corner. And
Ty's has been hugging this right-hand wall.
Yep.
The last like 5 laps, and he's done very well to keep that gap to Kyogre behind him. So he's just managed to like keep enough of a gap out of that final corner to where Kyogre can't get the move done, and now Callum and Blackdraw just can't get past Kyogre. The tire drop off it a little bit, and the DRS train is definitely going to help their cause.
I think the only way Callum could actually win this on track is if he does the same thing he did with MNK Boy and Rundle and force the 2 Williams to go side by side and go for a switchback.
Yeah, if he can somehow force Kyogre either into find an unconventional overtaking area, or he can get them to go side by side into one. That's the only way I think he can really get by here. But he's got to look to the
Thinking
inside
about it,
of
yeah.
Kyogre. He's getting desperate now because he knows he has to go. There's only going to be one more time around this racetrack. We come to the final corner, the penultimate time.
Not good at it by Callum though, as there's a spin.
Surfy
Spun.
and Communist has spun out, so I think he might be in danger of losing a point if he can. And oh, Black Draws to the outside. He can't get it done on Callum. Callum's gonna hold it. That is for position. They both have 3 seconds of penalties, so this is crucial.
Side by sides. Riles, I think, makes the move this time as Rundle's got penalty somewhere.
Oh yeah, Rundle has got a penalty. Did not catch that. Riles has got the move done. Goggy's looking desperate to try and get by here on this final lap.
Akadraw's got another penalty.
Oh, so no matter what, I think Callum's got the podium secured here.
Yeah. Riles
has got
fourth. He's 6.8 behind Blackadraw. He needs to gain 8/10 and he'll be fourth.
He's gonna be fifth at the moment. If he can get a move on here, he has a shot at fourth place. It will be very tight.
Yeah.
I'm
8/10.
not too sure how it's gonna go, but he's controlled the race after he got the race lead. HDV ties. It's gonna be a first career win if he could just hold it together through this final corner. It's going to be ties, taking his first career ARL win here for Team Williams. It's a 1-2 for the team. I am very happy about that. Callum's going to come home P3, Black Draw. I think he's going to hold on to fourth.
Oh, Riles made mistakes somewhere. He was 5 thousandths behind M&K at the end.
Wow, that is absolutely insanely close. Riles, unfortunately, will get 6th place, not the top 5. But Callum takes home the podium. Black Draw 4th, M&K Boy rounding out the top 5. A strong result for him in his reserving duty. Very, very good finish to that race. That safety car really spiced it up at the end there.
Yeah, that was just a great race, really. Especially Callum just made it interesting after that safety car restart, where he managed to put in overtakes and up in the end, he get the win.
Yeah, we doubted him at the beginning on whether or not he could get back to the front, but he did. Unfortunately, that penalty really did cost him, because I think it really put him under pressure to try and make a move earlier. He ran out of battery, and that was the story, I think. But nonetheless, a very good drive back through the field. It must have been fun for him just to get get so many overtakes on, especially at a track like this where it's a bit difficult. And Black Draw really cut through the field, and they deserved those positions today. So
yeah, and there was actually fun commentating that as well. I haven't done commentary for a very long time. It was quite good.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I wasn't expecting too much to happen today. I was expecting a big train, to be honest, but it all fell pretty nicely. So here are your final results. Ties, Kyogre Callum is your final podium. With Communist, he did end up picking up that final point, even after that spin on the penultimate lap, I believe it was. A couple DNFs today. Some controversy with the one-shot qualifyings, and yeah, it was crazy start to the race. Good ending, and good one all around. Let's see if I could get some of these guys in for some interviews.
I can't do these interviews. I have to go now.
Sure, I could get them by myself and
thanks. Yeah,
get going. See if we can get a couple of these guys in. Callum has joined. See if we can get any of the Williams guys in. There you go. Kyogre's here as well. See if we can just get ties. So it'll let you include your audio, yes, to the stream.
Yeah, mine's included.
Okay. Callum, I'll start with you, because the winner isn't here yet. Solid race overall, and a good finish. Those final 10 laps had us, me and it was Lewis on the edge of our seats. Good overtakes as well. How do you think your race went, from your perspective?
Much happier on the mediums than on the hards, so I'm happy I changed, but I didn't have the pace really.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the pace, but yeah, I'm happy with third. I get third a lot. Points gained on Rundle, so it's cool.
It was good points haul, and yeah, we kind of doubted you at the beginning. We were wondering if you made the wrong decision to pit there, and
Yeah.
it all worked out in the end. So
Hards were, yeah, I was gonna lose to Kyogre eventually anyway. It was just go in the mediums and try and get back as best as I could. But yeah,
so
take it.
very good for you. Unfortunately, your teammate didn't have a spectacular event.
Said about that the
per se. Yeah. So it's points gained on Rundle for the championship, and another podium tacked on. So
Yep.
congratulations for that. Mr. Kyogre, move to you if you're here. All right. Second place, Williams 1-2 for the team. Very happy about that. Thank you very much, guys, for not colliding this week. How was the race from your perspective? You started pretty well, and you were able to maintain the track position.
Yeah, I think I'm still annoyed about that start. Game wouldn't let me get out. Other than that, yeah, I think it's a good race. Get enough ERS. You can't save ERS on this track.
Yeah, it was very difficult for a lot of people. Everyone was like under 20% right at the end there, so it was very chaotic to watch. It was a very good race. I'm not sure if Ty's is gonna join us
Because he's busy.
today,
He has to go.
unfortunately. Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, I'll talk to you about constructors-wise. Williams in Tier 3 has been struggling a little bit, but today with the 1-2, that's almost maximum points today. How do you feel about us as a team? Hopefully challenging a bit more in this tier as well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good result. I'm still bummed I couldn't get first, but really help us and give all us a boost of confidence, and can get
So, yeah, it's a very good points haul for Williams, and that'll boost us pretty far up into the Tier 3 Constructors Championship. It helps out the combined as well. If either of you two have anything else to add, otherwise that's gonna be wraps for Tier 3. We've got
Yeah, I have nothing.
yeah.
all I just want to say is GG,
go ahead.
I was really scared you were gonna pass me.
Yeah, I just lost pace. Mediums were good though. I got paid at the end, so I didn't bother.
Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't
Yeah.
have. So I got all really.
Yeah, it was pain, but yeah, on to the next one. Points gained on Rundle's cool.
Yeah. So up next, not too long, about an hour's time, we've got Tier 2 back in Hungary as well. Hopefully a good race as well as we've seen today. So 2 p.m. East, or sorry, 2:15 p.m. Eastern and 7:15 p.m. UK. That's gonna be it from me, Mr. Axe F1, and I was joined by FRA LMG. Unfortunately, I had to leave a bit earlier, but it was a good race today from Tier 3. I'll see you all next time. Thank you.